Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most beautiful experiences you can have in Vietnam, and that is the Trang An Boat Tour in Ninh Binh. This place is often called the Ha Long Bay on land, and while that nickname gets thrown around a lot in Vietnam, in this case, it actually makes perfect sense. Ninh Binh is hands down one of my top favorite places in Vietnam. There's just so much beauty in this place. I mean, imagine being surrounded by towering limestone mountains, calm green rivers, hidden caves, and ancient temples. And in Trang An, you could explore all of these by a traditional wooden boat rowed by locals. It's peaceful, cinematic, and honestly one of those places that feels almost unreal in person. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is RJ and I'm a world traveler sharing my experiences to help equip you with the insights to travel the world better. So consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so yet, so you could stay up to date with more travel guides like these, and like this video while you're at it. I have a bunch of Vietnam travel tips and guides that I made in the past, including the ultimate travel guide to Vietnam. So I'll link that up above. Make sure you watch those after this video to get you up to speed on how to travel around the country. Also, I just want to say that I have exclusive videos that dives deeper into all sorts of different travel topics for those who want to level up their travel game and experience. All you got to do is become a member of my YouTube channel or join me on Patreon and you'll have access to these exclusive videos. I'll leave those links in the description box down below, and it's there if you want to take your travels to the next level. Before we get into the boat routes, let's quickly talk about the place itself. The Trang An complex is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the only way to explore it is by a boat. You'll sit in a small sampan boat, usually shared with up to 3 or 4 people, and a local rower will take you through a network of rivers and caves that connects different valleys and temple areas. The whole journey usually takes anywhere from 2 to 4 hours depending on which route you choose, and the pace is slow and relaxing, perfect for you to soak it all in. Now, in terms of how it works, you're gonna need to buy a ticket. At the time of making this video, you're looking at around 250,000 to 300,000 Vietnamese dong per person, which comes out to roughly 10 to 12 US dollars. This price is the same no matter which route you pick, so your decision really comes down to experience rather than budget. Children under a certain height may be discounted or free. The system is very organized, so once you arrive, you'll go through the ticket counter, choose your route, and then be assigned a boat number. After that, you just wait briefly and your rower will guide you to your boat and off you go. Now we'll talk about the most important part of the experience, which is choosing your route. There are 3 main boat routes in Trang An, and each one offers a slightly different journey, even though they all take you through the same general landscape of rivers, caves, and temples. Route 1 is the longest and most complete experience. This route usually takes around 3 to 4 hours and includes the most caves and the most temples of all the options. There's a total of 9 caves, 3 temples, and pagodas. You'll pass through around 9 caves and stop at several historical temples along the way. It's the most immersive route in terms of variety because you're constantly switching between long dark cave passages, open river sections, and cultural stops where you can walk around briefly and explore. This route is best suited for travelers who want to see absolutely everything and don't mind spending a longer time on the water or it being busy. If you're the type of person who likes to fully experience a destination in depth without caring about how busy it is, then this route is for you. Route 2 is the most popular option, and this is what I actually decided to go with, and for most people, it's the one I would recommend. It takes a bit less time, usually around 2.5 to 3 hours, and it strikes a really nice balance between caves, scenery, and temples. For this route, you'll visit 4 caves, which is decent compared to the crazy 9 caves in Route 1, which I find to be an overkill, 3 temples, and pagodas. You still get a good number of cave sections, but the journey feels a bit more relaxed and streamlined compared to Route 1. It also includes some really scenic stretches of river where the mountains feel especially close and dramatic. There are a few cultural stops as well, but overall it doesn't feel as long or demanding or hectic. This route is ideal if you want the classic Trangan experience without committing almost half a day. If it's your first time visiting, this is usually the safest and most enjoyable choice. I picked this route because it was the one with lesser foot traffic, so if you don't like the crowds like myself, I'm sure this is the one for you too. Route 3 is the more adventurous and cave-focused option. It's slightly shorter than Route 1 and similar in length to Route 2, but the experience feels different. Instead of focusing as much on temples, this route takes you through more cave systems, including some longer and narrower passages where you're almost completely surrounded by darkness except for the light at the end of the tunnel. It feels a bit more raw for sure and natural compared to the other routes, and there's less stopping for cultural sites along the way. If you choose this route, you'll visit 4 caves and about 2 to 3 temples. This route is best for travelers who are really interested in the cave aspect of Trangan and want something that feels a little more adventurous and less touristy. If you like the idea of drifting through underground river tunnels and focusing more on nature than history, or maybe you're a cave enthusiast, then this is the one you should choose. So which route should you actually pick? If you want the most complete and in-depth experience, go with Route 1. If you want the best overall balance without dealing with the crowd, Route 2 is perfect. And if you're more interested in caves and want a slightly more adventurous raw feel, then Route 3 will suit you best. Honestly though, you can't really make a bad choice here because all 3 routes go through the same stunning landscape, just with a different emphasis. As for timing, the best time to do the Trang An Boat Tour is either early in the morning around 7 to 9 a.m. or later in the afternoon after 3 p.m. Early mornings are especially nice because the water is calm, the air is cooler, and there are fewer boats on the river. Late afternoon also gives you softer lighting and a quieter atmosphere. Midday can get quite hot, especially in the summer, so it's usually the least comfortable time to go. This is also a time when everyone, for some reason, does the tour, so it gets really busy. A few final tips before you go: make sure to bring water, sunscreen, and maybe a hat because there's not a lot of shade on most of the sections of the ride, unless of course you do Route 3, which is dominated by caves. Another thing is to wear comfortable clothes because you might sit for a few hours and occasionally help paddle in calm sections if you want to. Most importantly, don't rush it. This is one of those experiences that's meant to be slow, peaceful, and immersive. And that's everything you need to know about the Trang An Boat Tour in Ninh Binh. 3 routes, each with their own style, but all of them giving you one of the most unforgettable landscapes in Vietnam. If you found this helpful, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Also, let me know in the comments which route you'd pick and why. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.